Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about Java fundamentals. That is, when you're writing a Java program, you know what are the things you have to include it, isn't it? Like first we will write the keyword statement import java dot util dot star semicolon. The next one is the public class name you are using. Next, open the braces, opening the braces. Then public static void main or string aux of. Next one, open the braces of main method. Next, how we will write system dot. If you want to display a particular value or the message, we will simply write system dot out dot println of that particular message inside the double quotes. Otherwise, what we will do, example for write a program to calculate the sum of two numbers, two integers, means we need to declare two variables as integer int a comma b. Then we have to read the values a and b and save the addition of these two values in a single variable. Is it? These are all the things we are doing in a Java program. So in this all, these keywords are using import, public, class, void, main. These are the different keywords we are using. Then variables, you know, different variables. For this example, a and b are the variables. Then int is a data type. Like this, different things are included while we are writing a program. So these are the fundamentals or the building blocks of a program. So when a Java program, just take an example as a Java program, it is made up of many things such as keywords, identifiers, literals, expressions, statement, etc. What an example, just we have discussed a simple example like how to add two values, is it two integers. In that, what are the different things or units has included, such as the identifiers, keywords. So here we are going to just discuss about these fundamental things or fundamental blocks of Java program, or this one is the building blocks of Java programming language. Yes, for that we need to learn about character set. Example, we know languages like English, Malayalam, Hindi, Tamil, like this different languages we know, is it? And different languages has different characters also. If you know the English alphabet, then you can write an essay or write anything in English, isn't it? Like if you know the Hindi characters, then you can write in Hindi, like that. If we want to know some character set, that is what is a character set, first we need to know about what is a character set. So character set means it's a set of valid characters that a language can recognize. A character represents any letter. Character in the sense not in a single a alphabet. It can be any letter or digit or any other sign like dollar sign or something like that. Okay, different signs also using. So what is a character set? Character set is a set of valid characters that a language can identify or understand. A character represents any letter, digit or any other sign. So Java uses a unique character set. Unique, that is Unicode character set. Java uses Unicode character set. Okay, Java uses Unicode character set. So what is a Unicode character set? Unicode character set is a 2-byte character code that has characters representing almost all characters in almost all human alphabets and writing systems around the world, including English, Arabic, Chinese, and many more languages of the world. Okay, next one is tokens. When you're writing a passage, each individual word sign punctuation marks, is it? You will that all we can call it as tokens. A real world example. What are tokens? Tokens are the individual words and punctuation marks are known as tokens. That means individual words or punctuation means that is the smallest unit in that passage, is it? Yes, same in program. The smallest individual unit in a program is known as tokens. So what is token? The smallest individual unit in a program is known as tokens. There are 5 types of tokens there. There are 5 types of tokens. The first one is keywords, identifiers, literals, like these 5 types of tokens. So the first one is keyword. What is a keyword? When we are writing a Java program, I told, or you also know well, how to write specific the keyword import, how to write the keyword class, or how to write the keyword public static, is it? That all are keyword. So can we write the keyword class or keyword? Consider just an example. You are writing a Java program to display a message, happy birthday. So you will give a class name. Consider just a class message. Consider as an example, class message. So what is the class name here? Message is the class name. So class message. Class is the keyword. Message is the class name, is it? So keywords. Some examples for some keywords are public, class, void, static, import. These are the keywords. So what are keywords? Keywords are the words that convey special meaning to the compiler. It will give a special meaning to the compiler. These are reserved for special purpose and must not be used as normal identifier names. So what is keyword or what are keywords? Keywords are the words that convey special meaning to the compiler. These are reserved for special purposes and we will use only for the particular purpose. Then we can't use that keywords as normal identifier names. That means we can't use the class or keyword as class name or variable name or method name. We can't use as an identifier name. We can't use the class or any keywords. Okay, that is the point. So what are keywords? Keywords are the words with a special meaning associated with them, and these cannot be used as a normal identifier name. So you know different examples also, is it? If, while, this, private, public, class, static, these are the examples of keywords. Next one is literals. Now you know keywords, that is the one of the token. Keywords we finished. Next one is the literals. Literals are often referred as constants. So you know what is the value of what do you mean by constant? Is it? Example, if you are studying the value of pi, it is a constant. You know that constant value pi equal to 3.14. Like constant. That means what is constant? It's a fixed value or fixed data values. It won't change. That is the literal. So what are literals? Literals are data items that are fixed data values, and different kinds of literals are there. Java allows several kinds of literals. The first one is integer literal. Literal in the sense totally, yeah, it is often it is referred as a constant. It is a fixed value. So first one is integer literal. So before that, yeah, how many types of literals are there? Usually 6 types of literals are there. The first one is integer literals. In integer literals, it allows 3 types of integer literals. What are they? Yes, decimal, you know, different number system. Is it decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system? These all you have here. Yes. So these are the different number systems. Like this, integer literals are divided into 3 main number systems. That is decimal number system. Sorry, not number system. Literals. Decimal integer literal, octal integer literal, hexadecimal integer literal. So first of all, what is integer literals? Integer literals are all numbers without any fractional values. Simply an all number values are known as integer literals. And it is divided to 3, is it? Yes, the first one is decimal integer literals. That means decimal literals or decimal integer literals means it starts with non-zero digits. Examples, what are non-zero digits? Yes, we can write 10, 11 like that, is it? Or 2025 or any value. It can start with any value but with non-zero digits or non-zero values. Okay, that is decimal integer literal. So the next one is octal integer literal. Octal means there we can, it can be, that is a decimal value is converted into octal. So there it starts with the 0. It begins with the 0. Octal means it begins with the 0. Example like 012 or 056, sorry, 012 and 023, like these examples are octal form. The next one is hexadecimal integer literal. Hexadecimal in the sense it starts with the 0x. Hexa is indicating by small letter or capital letter X. So we can write 0x, any characters also, 0x5, 0xc, like the different characters we can write. Because hexadecimal means totally 16 values will be there. So these are the three types of integer literals. Clear? So integer literal means that is the value, it has fixed data items. Is it? They are referred as constant and their data items are fixed values. And different types of literals are, first one is integer literal. In integer literals it is divided into three types. And first one is the decimal integer, octal integer, hexadecimal. So in some question will be a 2-mark question to identify which type of literal, in that case you have to identify it clearly for 2-mark questions. Okay, so sometimes they will give 0, 1, 2 as 0xc or something. So you have to remember the condition. Starts with a non-zero number. Octal means it starts with 0. Hexadecimal means 0x will be there. Capital or small x will be there. So the next one is floating point. Okay, next we are moving to the floating point literals. Okay, next one is floating point literals. So floating point means you know that decimal values, is it? Fractional values will be there. Yes, floating points are the numbers with a fractional point or the numbers having decimal points. These can be written either in fractional form or in exponential form. Example like 0.0036 we can write in a decimal value, or we can write it as 0.36 exponential minus 3. Exponential is indicated by capital E or small a. Is it? These all you have done. You have learned also in mathematics how to represent this decimal values into fractional values into exponential, and in physics also you will learn, I think so, some constant 10 power 3 into 10 power 8 or 3 exponential 8, like that, is it? So in that they say, so floating point literals means the numbers with fractional point. So the next one is Boolean literals. Boolean means it will return true or false. Only two values it has, true or false. So Boolean literal is always a type, always of type Boolean. What is the type of Boolean? It is the data type Boolean also. It is either returns true or false. Next one is character literal. A character literal is one character. Always character is indicating. So it is only one character enclosed in single quotes, as in the example I have given there, the same. Inside the single quotes we are giving a value. Example, just I am giving a value y. So, okay, consider this as a Q or R. Any letter, only a single letter, but it should be enclosed within single quotes. So character means it always include in a single quotes. And examples are some escape sequence also there. You know some escape sequence you have done in the programs also. Slash n, slash t, isn't? Slash is there. Slash will be there in the escape sequence. So using that also, slash, this single character or escape sequence enclosed in single quotation marks is a character literal. /t we will use, or /n we will use as an escape sequence. So what is an escape sequence? That is, non-graphic characters are those characters that cannot be typed directly from keyboard. Like a backspace, can we type? No. Tab, carriage return, next line, these are all the, which one, backslash, slash will be there along with followed with the character. Okay, so a character literal in Java must contain one character and must be enclosed in single quotation mark. That is known as character literal. So next one is string literal. So what is string? String means it's a combination or group of characters, is it? So how we can represent it is one or more characters enclosed within double quotation mark. In character literal, it is single quotation mark. String literal, it is double quotation mark. So just an example, one is a character literal or not? Just I am giving an example. One in single quotes. One inside single quotes. Is it a character or number? Yes, it is a character because it has enclosed in a single quotes. Enclosed within single quotes, that's why that particular term and one, that digit or character is represented as character literal. Okay, so some there is also another 2 mark like this. Some questions, identify the literals. So character literal or string literals, like that they will ask 2 mark questions. So you have to learn that also. Character literal means the characters included enclosed within single quotes. String means it is enclosed within double quotes. String means more than one character will be there, and single character also will be there, is it? But within double quotes means that is string literal. Understood? So multiple character constants are treated as string literal. Okay. And the last one is null literal. It is represented by null values, that is null reference, and written as null. That is null literal. Null type will be there. Okay. The next token is identifier or identifiers. That are the fundamental building blocks of a program and are used as a general terminology for the names given to different parts of the program, such as variables, objects, classes, functions, arrays, etc. That means, consider you are writing a program to display the addition of two integer value. So how will you name the variables? That variables are indicated as identifiers. So user can define, or programmer is defining, is known as identifiers. That's why it is the fundamental building blocks of a program. And it is a general terminology for the names. It may be name is indicated as variable name or class name. The same example, for the addition of two numbers, so many of you will give different class names, isn't it? Someone will give addition, someone will give addition of integers, or some like the different class names you will give. So these are the general terminology for the names, isn't? Yes. So name, class name we can write, variable name we can write. If we are learning the method, means different method we are writing. These are programmers design or programmers on words will be there, isn't? So these are known as identifiers. So what are identifiers? Identifiers are the names given by the programmer. That's why it is the name given by the programmer to various program units of Java. So what are identifiers? Identifiers are the names given by the programmer to various program units of Java. Identifier are the names of variables or methods or classes, packages, interface. Like, we need to know some rules to form this identifier, isn't? Yes. What are the rules? Just look these rules. Identifiers can have alphabets, digits, and underscore and dollar sign. We can use any dollar sign or underscore, alphabets and digits for the identifiers. That means, what it means? We can use some digits also. When you're writing a class name of addition, just write, you can write sum 0 to 1. Like these numbers we can give, is it? Yes. And they must not be a keyword or boolean literal or null literal. That means don't write the keyword as identifier and don't write boolean literal means what are the values true and false as keyword, sorry, as identifier, or don't write the keyword as null, sorry, identifier as null. These are the conditions. Next one, they must not begin with a digit. Always we can use digits, but it won't start with the digit. Class name or identifier must not begin with a digit. It can be of any length, and Java is case sensitive. You know that what is case sensitive, is it? Yes, uppercase letters and lowercase letters are treated differently. That is known as case sensitive. So many of you have done the same mistakes, is it? When you have to write system, S is capital means you will write small letter. And when you want to write public is small, all letters are small letter means that time there you will write P as capital, isn't? So you have to be careful on these rules when you are forming it or naming an identifier. Understood? So you can check the valid identifiers also. Some examples. Yes, like my file. There is no space. And one more thing, there is no space in between these words. If you want to write 3 or 4 words together, how will you write? You can start with a small letter. Subsequent words beginning character is made capital. By that way you can write. Okay. Example, date of birth. You want to give a class name, date of birth. How will you give? That is the 3 word, is it? So make it as a single one. Start with a D small letter, date. Next word is of. So O should be capital. F is small letter. Next again birth. B is capital, like that. So subsequent words beginning character is made capital to enhance the readability. Okay.
The last two tokens are separators and operators. Separators, totally 9 ASCII characters are separators. Separators otherwise known as punctuators. And these are the separators you can see here. And next one is operators. 37 tokens are the operators. Example, arithmetic operator, logical operator, all the signs, all the operators are indicated in the operator. So these are the 5 types of tokens. All of you have to write notes. Thank you for watching.